just 4 weeks into December, you know, we had a discussion here where these niggas said they were going to build amphitheaters theaters. You know?
Well, this is radio, so you have to be specific on what exactly was said.
What I'm saying is
amphitheaters.
What is that?
So use the right words.
Amphitheaters, right?
What?
Amphitheaters.
Thank you.
So I'm saying, for me, I mean, where is it? I told you.
Sit on radio and be acting
no,
like...
but I told you they were not going to build nothing but amphitheaters and nothing. They did nothing. And that day when you spoke to Honorable, he nearly beat you up on radio. Yeah, he said, when they speak, they listen. I think he should be ashamed, himself and the substantive minister. They should be ashamed. They should be coming back to tell us why we don't have that amphitheater.
Did you listen to him when he spoke that day? That's why he asked. Do you listen to me when I
listen?
Listen. The man said.
My point is
they needed people. Didn't they say that?
No, please. They said they were going to make 5 ready, and we said it was impossible.
And 5 this year.
Yeah. They said 5 last year, 5 this year. Charlie, sometimes, and you see, that's why Ghana is the way it is. When nobody is held accountable for nothing, people just speak into air and they go. Honorable Okraku-Mantey shouldn't even call here, shouldn't say anything again. When we see him, we would talk. Me pamucho. Why?
My idea.
Yeah, there be me pamucho.
But why? He no get mind. He no get opinion.
My point is, he supported what his boss said. And said, so where are the amphitheaters?
In this world, is there anything like amphitheaters?
Where are the amphitheaters?
Now you go speak sense.
Yes. Where are they? Where are they?
I don't want you.
No. Let's be honest with ourselves, because you see, you tell your people when you're signing off today that, hey, catch me tomorrow morning by 6 a.m. You are here. You have a social contract. You speak with these people, and they trust that Andy will come here the next day and deliver. You do that all the time. How are these people there and not delivering? And I've always said, no disrespect to the minister. I say, forever I'll always respect and revere Okraku-Mantey, the individual. He inspires some of us. But as the minister,
See, these producers, they have, look, I'll forever respect these individuals. But for producers, my producers, they have failed.
Charlie.
No, let me speak my mind. Excuse me for a minute. You have spoken for 10 minutes. And even eating into DJ Black's time.
They are coming.
They are coming where?
We will always revere you as an individual. But as a presenter, you have failed.
Is that my producer speaking?
Yes.
So you see,
This
don't be a grand one. Hey, listen, you people. Let me tell you something. As a presenter, I had some good cash for you.
Yeah,
for individuals. As producers, I had some good cash for you. And I decided to give it to individuals. But even as individuals, you have failed.
We accept it. This one, we accept it.
Yes, they have failed. All of a sudden, Christina is saying,
as producers.
Wait. Get out.
As producers.
Out.
Are we live?
Leave.
As producers, we want to give you something special.
Yeah.
But as an individual, as you
know what I was doing? Interestingly, when I had an accident and I didn't have a car at the time. This was, I think, 2 years ago. A friend from Goyo had given me fuel coupons. So I had this driver friend, and the coupons were 100 CDs. These were 100 CD coupons. So I'll call the guy and say, Joe, take me to work. From there, we do some rounds. One time we came, the guy asked us, say, how much? He said, oh, if you give me like 90 Ghana, I just put out one. Gave it to him, I said, give me 10 Ghana. I don't know. And so for like 1 month, I wasn't paying. I wasn't paying for any transportation. I was just giving out the coupons. No.
That'd be why.
So that's more like a minister.
Yes, that'd be why they don't respect us. They buy fuel with paper. I'm telling you.
Which people?
There are people in government.
Which people in government?
All of them.
They don't buy with paper.
But what do?
They buy with cash.
With cash. Paper, printed paper.
But
So when they talk,
me I be minister.
no, but you get the feeling. At least you get the feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Listeners, let's start talking. Still with Deputy Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Honorable Okraku-Mantey. He has highlighted how Afrobeats and Nigeria's dominance on the music market has drowned the identity of Ghanaian music. Mr. Mantey, a former music executive, said in an interview on JFM Super Morning Show on Tuesday, March 7, that he traveled to Dubai and heard a shop attendant describe a Bisakede song as Nigerian. The man was, I quote, the man was Moroccan and he thought the music was from Nigeria. And I have experienced a lot of these things where Ghanaians' hard work is going to Nigeria because they make so much noise such that there is a perception every music you hear from Africa is from Nigeria. And we made a mistake by also accepting that we are also performing under Afrobeats, unquote. He said Nigerians quickly claim Afrobeats with the S after it became a term for music production from Africa. Music produced, I beg your pardon. The word Afrobeat itself was coined by Fela Kuti years ago without an S. So the moment you hear Afrobeat, the owner of the word is Fela. Then over time, the West said, Africa has too many rhythms, so why don't you call all of them African rhythms? Because you were known for high life and we were bullying them with our high life. I beg your pardon. Quickly, they opted for the Afrobeats. Unfortunately, my brothers and sisters went to join them. They don't know that all their hard work is actually going to Nigeria because the perception about Afrobeats in Nigeria. Mark added, I heard Camido's song in Tanzania, Arusha, and people around thought it was from Nigeria, and that is why Nigeria is getting the buzz they are getting. Everyone is thinking that almost at the music you hear from Africa now are from Nigeria, he noted. The issue of Afrobeats' dominance on music markets across Africa has been of a great concern to a lot of musicians and music lovers in Ghana. While some believe that the only way Ghanaian musicians can also get international exposure is to tap into the Afrobeats trend, others are of the opinion that Ghanaian musicians need to set an agenda to use high life as the name for any form of music that comes from Ghana, just as their Nigerian counterparts have done to Afrobeats, which is a far cry from the Afrobeat without an S that was created by Fela. In Ghana, a lot of artists, including Kelvin Boy, Camido, Kiddy, among others, who rather want to be referred to as Afrobeat artists. Yo. Martinez, let me start with you because Midi can for
Traffic ni wa.
Is it traffic in himself?
I don't mind a bridge.
Make you know mine now. Kaswa dream brown.
Ah.
Continue.
Oh, Charlie.
You be sad though.
Very sad. Boss, so what I gathered from what you read is that the recognition of the general Afrobeat Ghanaians are doing is going to Nigeria. That's the point. Whether we come out with the best Afrobeat song as a country, I mean, the likes of Kiddy, as he mentioned, they are all doing well. Sorry, Camido Sugar King, very big song. A lot of the hard-working artists who are putting Ghana on the map, Africa and the world as a whole, is not getting that recognition as Ghanaian artists, but Nigeria. So meaning that they have championed the Afrobeat cause and they are benefiting from that recognition. And as a minister, he is worried about it. For me, I think the point he made that I felt we should pay much attention to is the fact that we should call what we are doing high life. I mean, I think that is a salient point that we can really delve into it because will it help? I think Kwame Eugene has been calling his music high life. And we believe that Afrobeat, some way, somehow, is coined from high life. We have that feeling that it's still our own. It's a high life that has been modified. and it's been termed the Afrobeat. So we are connected to it because it's like the root is from here. But the artists themselves, most of them, like you said, prefer calling themselves Afrobeats. And for me, right now, I think there is nothing we can do in particular about it than to change the name, like you said, High Life. So if Kwame Eugene is doing it, then the rest of the artists can do it. Because we cannot allow High Life to die. The other time we were discussing about hip life music, why we've not been able to project the image of hip life to the world as we are supposed to. And now most of the artists are not into it. No one is actually terming his or her brand as hip life artist. We spoke about the Azonto and, a lot of them. And High Life in particular, we believe that High Life is no longer active like it used to be because most of the guys are not calling themselves High Life artists. But like I said earlier on, Kwame Eugene is doing so, and meaning that if we do that, it'll work. Because when you listen to the Afrobeat, it's still, to me, it's still the High Life. It's just the vibe that has been changed a bit. So from what he said, I mean, the biggest point he made, that to me, I think it makes sense, is the fact that we should term our music High Life in order to project the High Life culture. And now that Grammy has given recognition to the Afrobeat genre, I'm sure a lot of Ghanaian artists will love to be recognized there. They are now going to work very hard to get nomination as Afrobeat artists. So it will be a bit challenging, even calling themselves High Life, but we can still start from somewhere. We can understand that when you mention Afrobeats, it's like Nigeria comes to mind because of the way they've positioned themselves. Yet they come to Ghana all the time. So meaning that we have the materials, we have the impact. Why can't we get up and do something? So I agree with him that if we call our music High Life, or what the guys are doing, the Afrobeat they are doing, if they're able to term it High Life, it will still keep our brand, because that is what Ghana is known. Basically, when you mention High Life, it is Ghana that comes to mind. So on that score, I agree with him.
Okay, well.
Good call. But that call has been made by several industry people in the past. I think a few months ago, Shatawale issued a white paper on it, and some industry people kicked against it. Now, again, I don't know why the minister is speaking as a fan or someone who's just looking into what we do. The Nigerians did not get here by just naming Afrobeats. They worked for it. They churned out music. They had channels. They nationalized their music. They made sure that they were consuming their music to the extent that you can't miss it. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're called Martinez and you are seated somewhere and you don't work for the name Martinez, it won't make any sense. It won't make any sense. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not about calling our songs High Life. We need to project what we do as an art. And for him in that position, I don't get where he's talking about or worried about monikers. You shouldn't be worried about that. You should be worried about the work that we need to put in to get that global recognition. Look at what Denta is doing. That's a ministerial job. You know what I'm saying? These are the things when you talk about, they'll say, oh, so bad. Then what is the ministry doing to ensure that our music, our art, our movies, whatever?
But was she not employed by the ministry though?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's an individual.
I thought she was with the office of the president when it comes to those things.
She's no.
Oh, okay.
Because if office of the president, will not have a private office for art. They'll go through the ministry.
Okay.
You understand? Yes, they'll go through the ministry, unless they will come and say they want to just take that one to us. But hey, if it was their initiative, we would have seen them when the guy was here doing what they are doing. You know what I'm saying? So please, the minister should stop talking like a fan.
Fan of what?
Somebody listening to music. Keke. I know he's a fan, but he should get into. He should be a participant. He should be a boss player in this sense. A giant. When we say gatekeepers, he be them get the key, and the lock. So they should open the gate for High Life to breathe.
As you sit on radio,
Yeah,
you're a gatekeeper.
bro.
It's quite It's quite unfortunate. And let me say this here. It's very unfortunate that some people of influence have been able to brainwash the minds of young Ghanaians who think that people that sit on radio who are called gatekeepers are the bad ones. It's very unfortunate.
Oh, but that's another subject we can
It's
discuss.
not just another subject because you just made that statement and it saddens my heart.
What did I say?
Listen,
What did I say?
No, relax,
Okay.
I beg you. But you know what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're saying.
And I'm telling you.
So you say I just made a statement.
No. Why is it that all of a sudden, like, you've changed me? The reason I'm saying this is because, your language has changed, Budo.
How?
I am saying
Yes.
it's unfortunate that some individuals have been able to kick or throw dust in the eyes of young Ghanaians, especially those follow on social media, that the word gatekeeper or gatekeeping is wrong. Or those are the bad ones.
I accept that.
So what are you saying?
So that's not what I'm talking
And
about.
I'm telling you that once you sit on radio,
Yes.
you are a gatekeeper.
No problem. But I'm not talking
Don't
about.
you put them on their toes every day. You come here and then you shout every day.
I understand, but I'm saying that.
That is gatekeeping.
I understand that, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm
He's
not.
just saying Mark is also a gatekeeper.
Yes, I'm
And
not
I'm saying that he is one.
Yes,
He's one.
I understand.
A big one at that.
Mark
He
has-
gets key.
Mark has the lock.
Honorable
Me, I
Mark,
guess,
sorry.
yeah. I get Mark. I get a spare key. Maybe my own
Address him.
Honorable Mark.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? But he's Mark, isn't he? Isn't
Honorable.
he? He's not Mark.
He's Mark.
Right, Mr. Okraku-Mantey.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Address
not
him
his
well.
name.
That's his name.
Honorable, you have to.
So if I said Nana
Address.
Akufo-Addo, it will be wrong.
His Excellency.
His excellence.
If I say Nana Akufo-Addo, is it wrong?
It's not wrong.
Which of the Nana Akufo-Addo said?
Are you
The
talking
president of Ghana.
Thank you.
So if I say Nana Akufo-Addo, is it wrong?
Well, it depends. Well, I know a certain. Yesterday,
yes,
I know
yesterday.
Ronaldo. Yesterday, Ronaldo said to
Nana
me,
Akufo-Addo, Dankwa Addo.
He's called Nana Akufo-Addo.
You get the Addo too for inside.
get two.
Nana Akufo-Addo, Dankwa Addo. If I say that, is it wrong? Nana do Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Nana do
Well,
Dankwa.
Nana, in its
Nana
in the
Dankwa
sense
Addo,
of the word or the name, is actually a title too.
"Shit,
Isn't it?
who are going to be ordinary now?" Some guy been done a child ordinary. Oh, the title, man.
Charlie, so let's get. Look.
But on a more serious note, is it wrong with what he said?
No, I said good call.
Right.
That's what I started my conversation with. Good call. I believe that he has more to offer because you see, when you talk about Nigeria and Afrobeats, it's work. It's not just a moniker. Yes, they've worked for it. We've done some work, but we can do more or we can do better. You know, unfortunately, we are not in that space. Like we've not gotten that got into that realization that we need to push our own stuff. And these are the things we talk about. If we are consuming our own stuff, we can now make a case and say, look, we want to call this high life, and this is high life. Even if you are rapping, I like what Black Sheriff is doing. Black Sheriff goes everywhere and says, I'm doing high life. He said it everywhere. You can hear hip hop beats, he says it's high life. Like, go and kill yourself. Yes. So if we have a lot of people championing that at their peak, you know, it will go far. But then you ask yourself, what has the ministry got to do with this? How are they in support in what these individuals, again, are doing? Individuals. Look, as we sit down currently, there are about 6 or 7 of our ambassadors out there, the Saminis, Stone Boys, King Promises, the Sarkodis, hoisting the flag of Ghana high. What is the ministry doing to support?
What do you want the ministry to do to support?
I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I'm asking a question.
In your opinion, what do you think they should do to support?
You won't take it, so I won't say it.
Oh,
No, listen.
for artists
No.
who in their own way gone out to work, what do you want the ministry to do?
I don't know.
Let's hold on to this discussion and ask ourselves. Robert, please get closer. You haven't spoken.
But I'm not finished. They take the matter. Go.
You say you don't know. And I'm asking,
but,
hold on.
Land on this one.
You go land. What do you expect the ministry to do for artists who've gone out to work? I'm asking a very sensible question.
Very sensible.
No, and Andy, a question like that will be funny to just give one straight answer.
In your opinion,
Obviously,
you've never given a straight answer.
No, it is funny because you see, at one point they are going to do their work, just like the way you have come to work this morning. So the question is, what should the ministry do for you? You have come to work this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you are coming to do your work. But then again, there are projects where they need help and support, where you want to be able to ride on what they are doing to be able to achieve certain objectives. Then, in that particular case, the ministry can be a part of it because at the end of the day, there's an agenda. And these guys are going to serve as a conduit that we need to use to achieve whatever purpose we need to achieve. Thirdly, you may have issues that are basically preventing them from doing what they ought to be able to do. So this is their job, all right, yes, but there are probably some problems in that particular space. So the ministry would step in the space and then be able to give them the enablement required to be able to achieve what they're supposed to achieve. So there are multiple things that could be done depending on the situation. I can't really say for a fact right now that they should do A or B or C. But hey, I think it's always in order for the government arm in these countries where our people go to be interested in what they do, and then if there's any support.
I know they get Bulldog. Because I don't see a certain Jay-Z or a Wizkid or Burna Boy go to London to work, and then the Nigerian government is supporting. I know they get it.
Andy, can't there be a fund for the musicians to assess if they need financial support?
You are going to work, you need some financial what?
I mean, like if they're ambassadors, I mean, what's wrong with supporting them?
So it's coming.
Honorable Mark was talking about
What is coming? What did you say was
was
coming?
talking about
in all
music as
fairness-
a tool for commerce. Okay, he was talking about music as a tool for commerce. So if you want the art to be a tool for commerce, then the government, yesterday, one of the things that was on our lips was the conscious effort. The government also has to make a conscious effort to be able to...
He shouldn't
Yeah,
speak
that's
as a
what
fan.
I'm actually
Yes.
siding with you.
Yes.
Do you get?
Yes.
Andy, I think in all fairness, Bulldog needs to land there. Otherwise, whatever assertions it was making, like, we will be going off.
Exactly. This matter you go pick him. Look, I go feel this 1 billion things. I just told you I don't know. Because they hear me. The question, they won't come sport water.
You where you go bring
No, because listen.
You where you go bring
Do you know at a point, Good Luck Jonathan, the ex-president of
Nigeria.
Yes, pumped money into the system.
Oh, but we've had money in our system.
Please.
President Mills gave us some
It
cash.
was listen.
Wasn't it?
It was for a specific task.
But Jonathan.
Listen.
What was it for?
Listen. No problem. I'm saying that task was done by Obo. It was for research and how government would benefit.
Right.
You understand? For me, I'm like, look, nobody should tell government how to benefit. They know. Now, if let's say they didn't know all this while, somebody like Honorable Okraku-Mantey is a practitioner.
Right.
He has all the answers. All the things we are doing, we they play. He do plenty past us.
True.
You know, be now we they come tell anyway the office what to do. He knows. So don't come and tell me this. You go ask him. He knows. Please. It's like tomorrow you are in that office and you are talking. So the DJs who person me hear them mamu. Who person me hear them mamu. Please. Charlie, let's be so, this thing sometimes when I speak, I get emotional. So I don't get there. So please. There's a lot that we can do as a nation to support. When you bring the football argument, people will be like, oh, and FIFA, they make money, and then the country, they make money, and they won't talk something. The music and chichrin is out, so I don't want to get in there, but there's a lot that can be done. Look, do you know even getting visas for teams to travel becomes like a problem sometimes. Somebody has to travel with like a 6-piece band.
Right.
Because people have gone there earlier to
messed things up.
Good. You think that if governments were involving themselves into these things from beginning, some mess up, some trafficking, yeah. So I'm saying, look, if there will be a time a musician will rise up and mess up the whole space and cause civil war, that be when you people won't come clamp musicians down. Let's take a hold of it. Let's regulate it. Let's make sure we're working with it so we export it nicely.
Okay.
But did you finish your point on?
So no.
I finished.
No, because I
I
feel
said
like
also when you.
No, what was the question? I'm saying honorable should not speak.
No, that one there you talk already.
So which one I for talk again?
No, you say you know land. Make you.
No,
land.
that be what I learned. That be
And-
what did you want me to finish? Maybe the question you asked. That one no be question. That one no dey. Which question you want to ask? That one no.
I say I emphasized on it as sensible. No, because
Listen. Even when Martinez started speaking, you got where he was coming. When Robert spoke, you saw it. And I asked you a question. And then, who a DJ Wawa? What will you do for DJs?
their request.
So me hear them you.
Oh yeah, they'll be.
So I'm saying the Mark is saying something. Mark is saying yes. So Mark is saying something nice. I said good point. I'm saying he should not speak as a fan alone. He's a participant. He's a gatekeeper. He actually has the key. When we say proper gatekeeper, he be and in boss. Uko kasa se omba kasa omu friend meet ya umba. Usu honorable friend I say, you know they listen. All of a sudden they 10 teacher they hold cane. When you talk, they worship you.
About the discussion, Kwame Nkrumah answered this question long ago. Until all Africa is united, we will continue fighting these silent battles. Look at the Jollof War. Also, must it always be high life? What happens to Bobobo? What happens to Adwa? What happens to the plenty genre of music up north?
Clearly.
We should just allow creatives to create. From Frederick Deladem, Dr. Neil Antis manager.
Life is not even our own.
Sorry?
Our life is not even our thing.
Stop this thing, eh? You see, this was what I was discussing.
Master
earlier.
Bobo day before our life.
Oh,
Agbaja day
why
before.
would you say high life is not?
What is it? In Nigeria.
High life is not
I beg
music.
you, hold on. Hold on.
High life is not music.
Are you listening?
When you go back and place, I'm giving you some education. Yes. When the colonials, whatever they call them, they had a life. So they go somewhere like dance hall. Yeah, dance hall. It didn't used to be a genre. Oh, they go to the dance hall. We are going to the dance hall. Then they play some particular music for there. So that be the life the white boys they lead. When we name the thing.
Okay.
Take
what?
Name the thing.
Okay, good.
So I'm saying, those who could not
Master,
go to the high life at the time.
Get your facts
No,
right.
I'm telling you truth. Go and check.
No. It's not about go and check.
Oh, big boss.
No. Yes, it
Like I'm
was
big
the music. The music was for the expensive people that lived higher lives.
Yeah, they were not playing the Agbaja there. They were playing the rock and parts of whatever, like
Jazz
Ghanaian yes, feeling. So it's rock our music.
No, but
It's
it
jazz
was
our music.
So they found
Even if you listen the whole,
they found a melody and a rhythm to it.
bro. You see, if you want to go into genres and how it sounds, look, I was listening to.
Wait. No, I just want us to get to this point. You see, I think that Bulldog, you are saying something, but then again, you are missing a particular point. And I'll bring your mind to that. Something may not originate a name, but a name can be given to something out of something else, and that is still a name.
You say something cannot get a name.
No, like like you are saying dancehall, so maybe
we're going to the dance hall.
And that became the name eventually.
Yes.
Good. Why are people calling Afrobeats? It started off from
African beats.
No. It started. Yeah. Well, let's say yes, African beats. Yeah. But somebody has had a program in UK. And the person called it what? Afrobeats, because they were playing Ghanaian and Nigerian songs.
Yes.
And then the person called it Afrobeats.
Yes.
That program became so big that anytime they heard songs like that, they said Afrobeats. Today we have a genre called Afrobeats.
Yes.
So all I'm saying is that you may not probably get up and say, ping, 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 this is called Pampana. And then everybody will promote it. But you can eventually get a name out of a movement, and then that becomes a de facto name. So, even hip hop and R&B, as we know it, that wasn't the name that originally started. When they wanted to commercialize it, and they wanted an appropriate name, and they gave it a name.
No. Don't let us go there.
No, I'm just saying that because we are discussing genres,
Yeah, I understand.
and we are discussing how names come up. Let's not, so that we don't confuse ourselves, or we think that if a particular name is not given in like, it's like the way Fela created Afrobeats without the S. If somebody doesn't do that, then that is not the name. No.
Even that is questionable. But my point.
You understand what I'm saying?
Fela, example is questionable. Listen to him. He's actually playing rock and singing some stuff. On
Yes, because knowledge is built on knowledge. You make something out of something.
Music.
You must have heard something to be able to build on it to create something new.
No, music is the sound. Music is the sound.
Yeah.
So if you hear Balogu, you know it identifies with the Ghans. It's a sound from the Ghanland.
Yes.
If you hear Agbaja, it's a sound from the Ewe. You understand? So if you hear rock, where is it from?
Where is it from? You can tell us.
Ain't no be the Abroche people them.
Abroche is big. Where?
Charlie. If you Abroche, no be
but Bulldog, do you realize
No,
that?
you
Do you
can't say
realize that?
So Bulldog, who created the guitar?
But do you
No, I'm
realize
coming.
that African slaves took
one second.
sounds
Who
from
created
Africa
who
there?
created the guitar?
You mean the guy or the people?
No, the guitar that who
So I'm saying
created
the
it?
guy or the people?
Who created it?
The guy or the people?
I don't know, whichever one.
Don't worry, you know.
I won't know.
Chairman has also spoken.
So I think that this conversation has to be situated well.
We'll
And
get
let's
into
not say-
Shanas.
Now
We'll get into Shanas.
And let's not say that High
Chairman
Life is not
says-
from Ghana. High Life is our own. It's from Ghana.
All right.
It is what it is.
Well, my brother Kojo has answered Mensa. Chairman. Chairman says, I listened to the minister and he came to lament like all of us. He didn't outline any policy initiatives because he himself doesn't understand the value of developing the arts and music in Ghana. Bulldog was right. All they do is serve as lip service. What has this government after 6 years done to enhance the arts besides enriching themselves? The presidency has become a hosting grounds for foreign artists, and he has the temerity to sit on your show and rant and make tribalistic statements about languages which are positive for music development. Well,
Clearly.
So now that the genre piece is
now Nanado is speaking.
Nanado himself.
Nanado has sent a message.
Oh, the honorable Nanado.
Please, not honorable.
Honorable Nanado.
No.
Is there any
Honorable and excellency. They say no.
There will be excellency.
Honorable excellency.
No, not excellency.
Excellency honorable.
This is small honorable.
Okay.
Small honorable Nanado says Honorable Mark was entrusted with his position because he has the credentials. He knows what to do. Our royalty system to be fixed, make the arts look more lucrative to regain investor confidence, collaborations, lobby strongly for arts, overall the various associations, Musica, Gamro, etc. We are still waiting for the theaters. Senior, plenty things there.
He turned land and resource minister. He did go court for lands. Land matter. Why you didn't see in the newspapers?
That one.
The honorable is in court for some land matter.
Oh, now send they are private.
And Unami Patrick said,
Oh,
you should make headlines.
No.
You should be in court fighting for us.
Please.